Hello, welcome to another video of the Complete Angular course. In this video, I'll be talking about interpolation. Angular provides a way for us to insert expressions inside of an HTML page. This behavior is described by the term interpolation. It allows us to dynamically display contents on the page by performing logical expressions or linking data between our class and the HTML page. Take a look at this example. We have some per HTML code that displays a static message. It would be nice if we could somehow modify the code to display a different message depending on the user who entered the page. What if the user wants the complete Python course instead of the complete Angular course? We want the page to be able to display the contents that the user wants. We can do this with interpolation. Let's see the same example when we apply interpolation. We took the variable in the class and inserted it in the head element to replace a portion of the original text. This way, we can change the value of the variable to something else, and it will be displayed instead. To do interpolation, we use the double curly bracket syntax and place the expression inside. Let's do some examples. Open your Angular project on VS Code. In the app component TypeScript file, define a variable with a text. Then go to the app component HTML page and insert the variable. Use the double curly bracket syntax and place the variable in between the brackets. Save the project and start the local server. Open the browser and go to the localhost 4200. As you can see, instead of having a static message in the HTML page, we brought a variable from the class into the HTML page. Let's do another example. This time, we will have 3 buttons that will change the value of the message depending on which button is clicked on, and let's see what happens. Go back to VS Code and go to the app component HTML page. Add the 3 buttons and label them Angular, Python, and Java. Then attach a click event and assign a handler function for each. Go to the app component TypeScript file and define the 3 functions. The first function will change the value of the variable to the complete Angular course. The second will change the value to the complete Python course. And the third will change the value to the complete Java course. So, when we click on the Angular button, it should change the value of the variable and display the complete Angular course on the screen. And when we click on the Python button, it will display the complete Python course, and so on. Let's give it a shot. Save the project and go to the browser. I'll start by clicking on the Angular button, then the Java button, then the Python button. As you can see, with interpolation, we can control what gets rendered onto the screen without the need to refresh the page. Interpolation is not limited to variables. How it works is that it will evaluate the expression inside and then convert the result into a string so it can be used in the HTML page. We can also insert functions and methods as well as mathematical calculations. Let's take a moment to recap what we have learned. We learned that interpolation is the term to describe the behavior of inserting expressions in an HTML page. We learned that interpolation is represented by the double curly bracket syntax. We learned that we can use interpolation to link data between our class and the HTML page, and thus it let us control and change what gets displayed on the page without the need to refresh the page. Now I want you to do this exercise. Create a component called interpolation exercise. In the component is an input element. When you type on it, we want it to display what's being typed inside of a paragraph element. Pause the video and take a few minutes to do this exercise. Here's the solution. Generate a component using the ng generate component command. Expand the interpolation exercise component folder and go to the component TypeScript file. We will define a string variable to store all the keys that's being pressed. Then we will define a handler function to handle the key event for our input element. This way, we can keep track of what's being typed. In the body of the function, we will get the value of the key that was pressed by getting the event object and accessing the key property. Then concatenate the string with the new key that was pressed. Now go to the Interpolation exercise HTML page, add a paragraph element, and insert our variable inside using interpolation. Add the input element and attach a key down event, and call the event handler function. Pass the event object inside. The key down event will trigger whenever it detects that a key is being pressed down on the keyboard. Lastly, we need to add the component so it gets rendered. Go back to the interpolation exercise TypeScript file and get the value of the selector property from the component decorator. Then add the component in the app component HTML page. Save the project and go to the browser. Start typing on the input element and you will see that the text on the input element is being displayed. Thank you for watching. If you have a question, leave a comment. Please like and subscribe for more videos.